Okay, we are recording. Do you want to start?
Sure. Welcome to our third Talk About It Tuesday. I'm so excited that we get to do this together and we make it work in our day. That was my theme of the day today and on my posting, how to work this business into our day. You're in the car and I'm in my 4-year-old's bedroom, and that's where you got to make it work, so that's the cool part about this business. You make it work when you can. We're recording the video so we can put it out for our team, because not everyone can jump on at the same time in multiple time zones, and that's cool, and that is totally fine. So tonight's topics are going to be, drum roll please.
Right.
We're gonna talk about how to share your story and how to help your promoters share their story, because this is a story-driven business. It's all about the experience. We can talk until we're blue in the face about the ingredients, and people don't care and they don't know what all these ingredients do. But if we tell them about our experience and we tell them about what it's done in our lives and the lives that we've helped change, they're going to pay attention. They're going to watch. Transformation photos, those Ultimate Thriver ones came out today. Fantastic way to get people to look at what you're doing, because they're like, wait, those people did what with the stuff that you take? Now I question myself and say, well, why don't I look like that? But it's more than just the product. You can't just take a magic pill and walk away. You got to put in the work. So definitely want to talk about how to share your story. And then what was the other topic?
How to get people to refer to, because honestly, I think that's just something people might not put at the top. And I think it's so powerful, because you never know like how one person's story and like when they helping them start to share it, how that will multiply, especially building your customer base. And I remember one of the moms she was really hesitant about sharing her story. I think she was probably thriving for like 4 to 5 months. And then I was encouraging her. I'm like, well, I mean, the amazing part about our company is you join for free and get your product for free. So let's try to help you get your product for free. And through helping her share how her experience was going, not anything about the product, she brought in 24 people.
Wow.
And through the referral. So her 2 people got their 2 people, got their 2 people. And it was just like, you never know until like you help educate them. Because most people are scared. They always think they had that sell mentality. And I'm like, no, you can totally be a happy customer, get your product for free. I mean, helping them to think about, who do you know that's exhausted? Who do you know that's, a tired mama? Who do you know that's, overly working and has no energy, and someone that needs better sleep? Those, once you start pointing out those benefits that Thrive helps, it really helps them to start triggering those people in their life they can help. And it's not just like, I don't want to sell this to somebody. Well, that's not what this is all about. Like, we all started with our story. I had no intention of this opportunity at all, like none. I just wanted to be a customer, and then I love the referral, so I was going to get my refer to. Sorry, I have a call coming through. I wish you could I need to put that on like auto block.
Do not disturb.
And then just by sharing how I felt, it brought in more than 2 people, and that's just what led me to sharing this with the opportunity. So you just never know who you know, and if you're helping them share comfortably, like in their comfort zone, then you'll really start to see how this can multiply. And what is your story? I mean, I have a promoter that she doesn't know what her story is, and in order for you to share, we got to know what that story is. And so I think that's the biggest thing, is what it's done for you. How has it impacted your life? What things on your day-to-day, has it helped with, and identifying those things first, and then start implementing that. Like, you do a really great job at putting that in your posts. Like, I love your payday one today about like you doing the laundry and, doing all this stuff. And it's like, oh, by the way, like, I got paid today. Like, that was it wasn't like, hey, look at me, like, I'm making money. It was just like, life is happening, and I was just blessed today, at 12 Eastern. Is it 12 Eastern? I don't remember. So yeah, that's what I like about.
I thought about 2 things while you were talking. One thing is, it has something to do with network marketing. For some reason, when your friend is a network marketer, whatever they do, you don't want to ask them. I think it's been so many years, people being burned and invited to way too many
Mm-hmm.
parties. They don't want to ask their buddy to buy off of this, whatever. But if you went to Target, you wouldn't think twice about posting the cool find that you got, right? You wouldn't think
Yeah.
twice about the Amazon find. Like people sell all day long and they don't even think about it. So it's the same thing. You need to bring that to your audience and be like, look, you do it every day anyways. You love it. This is your, let's come up with your story so you can talk about it, because there's really no reason why we can't all thrive for free. And the
Mm-hmm.
second thing I thought about that, while you were talking, was just how you can't share your story too much. I've heard that on a call recently. They were like, you can't not like overshare on this experience because there's so much, there's so many different things. So you can pick and choose. Today, I'm going to talk about this part. Today, I'm going to talk about this, this part. So I could throw up information about what Thrive has done for my life, but I try to just sprinkle it in, like, in different posts, like how, like you said, with my pay. Okay, cool. I got paid by Thrive. Okay, now I have energy to be at softball till 10:30 at night last night, and then get up in the morning and run everyone to school in the morning. Like there's little things that we can do to share our story in a not as pushy, salesy way. Just sprinkle it into the day, share how life has changed you different by your photo. And then with our customers, I've had a few customers that are like, I really want to refer to, and I just don't know what to write. Can you help me write it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can sit down. We can find you a picture and we can walk you through it, but you still have to do it. You have to write it because it needs to sound like your voice. It can't be the promoter giving you a copy and paste, because that's not authentic and that's not what Lavelle's all about. We're all about being authentic. We're all about our own story and, supporting each other, but it has to come from the customer and help them build it up. But I think that that's a great goal. Like this week, take 5 customers that love their Thrive and they don't have it for free yet, and talk to them and say, what can we do to make sure you get this for free? Let's talk to 5 people and see if we can get somebody signed up for you. And because it helps you as the promoter, but it's helping your customer, because we should all be able to get it, Thrive for free. I've got 3 accounts in this household with Thrive, Thriving for free, because I'm not going to all that product.
Yeah, well, and the thing with it is, like, you don't understand like how big that can be for your business. Like, you took all your customers and got and added the referral, like if just they did a 150 order, how huge your volume would go. And that's the biggest thing is like, I mean, imagine if Nike said, hey, go, you like your Jordans, go find 2 people to come buy their Jordans and we're going to give you a free pair of Jordans. Do you know how many people would do that? Like, I don't think there's people like that take our referral program seriously, because I'm like, no other company is doing what Lavelle is doing. None.
Yeah.
Like hands down, none. And like when you have them, they're incentivizing your customers. Like it's not coming out of your product pocket. So that's the biggest thing I'm always preaching about. I'm like, use that referral program, because that's going to change that one person, and you never know who that one person just got it into your network, where that's going to lead, and how impactful they're going to be for helping more people learn about Thrive. And so, just don't be shy about that.
I've heard too stories of, referral all the way down, and then they convert to promoter and then end up running an amazing organization. So you just never know who your customer might bring into your organization.
And if people that need help, like, well, how do I make a good Thrive post? Like that's, what we're here for, so if you or honestly, like all the time, I'm taking stuff from other people's pages, or I'm just like, oh, that sounded good, or that's cute. Like, taking a picture there or whatever, make it your own, of course, but don't be scared to like, look at somebody else that's, someone else that's doing this and you like how they share, like I'll be like, hey, I'm stealing what you did today. Don't even, even. I'm like, that was, I love that because, you got to like change it up. And like you said, sprinkle it, and not always like my stories. I'm very consistent on as far as like my capsules, taking the product every day. But then throughout the day, it's like just, regular life stuff. And then, just making sure that you're putting it in in how it's changing your life, not just, oh, the Thrive, the capsules have vitamin B. Like, nobody
Yeah.
cares. They want to know they're doing it. What is it doing for you?
Yep.
So that's a good point.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, it's totally doable, and you just stick it in your day. And then I have a lot of friends that are like, well, I don't know how to do stories, and I can't get in the habit of it. And I never did a story before,
Mhm.
the last few months. And then I just started getting used to it. And it kind of gets fun. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
it does.
like one little picture here, one little quote here, and I kind of try to plan my day ahead of time. So like tonight when I'm going to bed, I'll start thinking, okay, so what do I want to talk about tomorrow? Like, what's my goal for the day? What's your goal for the day? And that way I can kind of focus on that. And if I give myself like a topic, I can run with that topic throughout the day and not have to think twice. But as I'm
Mhm.
scrolling through social media and I see people's posts or stories that I like, I screenshot them. So like when
Yeah.
you post something that I love, I screenshot it, and then I can go through later that night and be like, oh, that's one of the ideas I had. I'm gonna steal her idea tomorrow.
Mhm.
There's a 200K that I follow, and she writes a ton of really good info. Like her posts are very like wordy. It's a good info, and I want to take bits and pieces of it, but I can't do it in the moment. So I screenshot it,
Yeah.
and then later I'll recreate my post with some of the different things that I liked out of there. Like you can get real creative with it. It doesn't have to be, this big old mapped out thing. You just make it simple. Save some graphics ahead of time. One thing I just started doing today, I built a new Pinterest page. In my Pinterest page, I'm taking Thrive transformations and putting them in a folder. I'm taking positive quotes and I'm putting them in a folder. I'm taking any graphics I've made and putting them in a folder. Not only is that a tool for me to jump on there and use those, but then I'm able to share that with my team too and be like, look, here's my
Mhm.
Pinterest. You don't know what to post? Go grab something off that page. Like we know that whatever's on that page is going to be positive, and Lavelle driven,
Compliant.
and something that you can take off, and compliant too. And then also I've heard of stories where people took transformations and they posted them and they claimed it was Thrive, but it wasn't. It was actually a Beachbody coach, and that the girl that they had posted, somebody let her know and they got really upset about it. So one thing we always know is if it's on the Lavelle fan page or on the Lavelle Instagram, it is safe to take, safe to share. Most promoters are totally fine with you sharing their things. Check in. All you have to do, it could be Maria Dillard. Send her a message and be like, can I steal this graphic? It's so pretty. And she'll be
Yeah.
fine with it. But you be mindful of those things because some people may not want you to steal their stuff.
Yeah. No, and I think that's too is like I honestly I don't share transformations without a patch
Yeah.
on the person, because I'm
Yep.
like I've seen other things go around and that weren't compliant or that weren't a thriver. But most of the
Mhm.
time, if I'm sharing something, it's from a 200Ks page or the fan page. So I'm, pretty confident that it's
Yeah.
compliant and a thriver. But I like the patches because people want to see that. And that's why some of the other like Ultimate Thriver ones that were coming out, I'm like, why don't you guys post your patch on? Like, I'm like,
Well,
I
and
want to see your patch.
that's a walking advertisement to have that
Yeah.
DFT, like the call we were on earlier today, they're like, put your DFT right where you can see it loud and proud, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe that doesn't, you don't want it on your forearm or whatever, but it is a great conversation piece. It's a
Brighten
great tool,
mine.
right? I
Yeah.
put mine a little lower today because I went to the tanning booth, but
Yeah.
typically it's loud and proud right here, right here. It's a great way to start a conversation. People are watching us. People that aren't even letting you know that they're paying attention, they're going to keep seeing whether you're consistent with your program. And clearly, if it's sitting on your chest, you are. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's great. But I just think being authentic and real, and I believe your team and my team are very good at that. So just keep it simple, sprinkle it into your day, and make it work. You want to be true to yourself. Don't try to be something you're not. You're not this salesy business person who went to business school for four years. So don't post like you are.
Right.
Post real. Post right away. I did a post with Aubrey making a stink face. I was trying so hard to get her photo, and she was making a stinky old face and didn't want to get up and get ready that day. And I posted that. All right, this
There
is
you go.
this is I had my capsules. This is real life, like that's just part of it. I don't know what I would do
Yeah,
without my friends. So
exactly.
I think we make it too complicated sometimes. So
Yeah,
keep
we
it simple.
overthink it. So
Mm-hmm.
good. Well, And then, as you know, we're always here for you to reach out. So hopefully this helps somebody get some confidence with doing that daily, and being consistent will be your best thing. Doesn't matter if you
Yeah.
have 1 like or 2 likes, eventually it's going to turn into 20 and 30 and 50, and people are always going to see that consistency. That's what I've always led with. And, you know, it's grown. So plant the seeds.
Yeah.
It's there. So, but thanks so much. I'll go ahead and end it now so
No
we can share it.
problem.
And then we'll be back next Tuesday. And then Thrive-Palooza
Good.
Friday.
I can't
I
believe
can't wait
it.
for that. I know, I'm so
It's
excited.
gonna be awesome. Now we're gonna have to take a ton of notes and bring them all to Tuesday Talk.
I know, right?
Have all kinds of topics to go over.
Yeah, let me go ahead and end it, and then we will touch base next week.